Greetings, I am Tavetta Patterson. Thank you for viewing my YouTube channel. I invite you to subscribe so that you receive updates as new videos are posted. I also encourage you to share this video. The focus of this video is the grief recovery process, and I want to talk specifically about forgiveness and peace in the process. I am sharing from my book, From Mourning to the Morning, an inspirational journey to peace. So, my mother experienced several different surgeries, and during her recovery process, she had an evaluation for occupational and physical therapy. An admissions representative entered her room to do an assessment. Well, she was one of the therapists who had worked with my mother the previous year after the first 5 surgeries. And my mother had given her a few choice words. She asked, "Where is the Miss Porter who was telling me what she was and was not going to do during our therapy sessions?" My mother looked at her as if she were a stranger whom she had never met before, or as if the woman was talking about another person. My mother simply replied, "I don't know." Then she went back to sleep. In that moment, I realized that the peaceful person my mother had become near the end of her life on earth was actually an answered prayer. She began to cooperate more peacefully. Her transformation was another victory that showed the love and the faithfulness of God. During the important transitions of life, the only thing that matters is that you allow love to win. My mother and I had experienced a very tumultuous relationship, but the last year of our lives together was by far the most peaceful. By the grace of God, different points of view, disagreements from the past, who was right or wrong, all became insignificant. What mattered most was the moment God chose reconciliation for me and my mother. No, she did not ask me for forgiveness. I chose to forgive her for any pain that had been inflicted upon me, whether knowingly or unknowingly. I was determined to transition into a life of peace with my mother and to move forward together. I knew I had to forgive so that I could live and so that my mother could live. Her soul and eternity were the most valuable parts of our relationship. With that focus, I became more determined to honor God through our relationship. I pray right now for peace in the family of every person who reads my book or views this video. I pray that you will not worry about who is at fault or who should ask for forgiveness. I pray that you will no longer waste time with the blame game. Think about what matters for eternity and allow that to help you make your decisions regarding your family. Even if your loved one has passed, you can still ask God to forgive you. Then you forgive yourself. I encourage you to seek support from close friends or remaining family members to help you live your life with purpose. You see, everything stopped for me the moment my mother asked me to bring her home with me. She was on a medical vac machine and had a series of antibiotics. I did not care how much I had to learn to be a caregiver for her. I just knew God had a greater plan. My agendas and assignments transitioned to being a full-time caregiver. A wise woman once told me a story about a crystal ball and a rubber ball. And this story helps me to make wise decisions even now. She said the crystal ball represents the fragile relationships in life. And if you drop it, you will have glass shatter into a lot of pieces that are not easily put back together. The rubber ball represents the relationships and circumstances in life that can bounce back easily if you drop it. The lesson I learned from that story is that I have to say yes to what matters in eternity. And I have to say no to the circumstances that have no significance as it relates to eternity. It was my assignment to be present for my mother. On a daily basis, there were a lot of demands for my time as a caregiver, but I prioritized based on the two categories of a crystal ball and a rubber ball. Hearing my mother in pain definitely was not easy. Learning medicine was not easy. However, I learned through the process that love, forgiveness, caring for a person unconditionally, respecting and honoring a loved one makes a big difference in their life. And in a sense, it helped my mother enter into a place of peace and a place of rest during this lifetime that I don't know whether or not she would have entered into before that forgiveness took place. And so I just encourage you, seek forgiveness and reconciliation, because it is a matter of life on this earth and eternity for the long term. I thank you for viewing this video. I encourage you to share this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel, where I will share videos to inspire and to help you make it through various stages of life. I encourage you to continue to make the rest of your life the very best of your life. You deserve it. Thank you.